If you've been struggling to hit the ball hard and you've been paying for the private hitting lessons, you've been taking tons of reps in the cages, you've been watching countless videos on YouTube, you pay for a strength trainer, and you've bought all the baseball products known to man, and you're still not hitting the ball hard, I'm going to show you a player who was hitting consistently 47 miles per hour. He was doing all the typical drills, but then he gained 20 miles per hour, not by swinging harder, but by changing how he creates power. Let me show you how we did it. See, most hitters try to swing harder to hit harder. And what happens is that their mechanics break down, they become inconsistent, their front shoulder flies open, they start rolling over the baseball, and they become even more frustrated than before. But here's the truth. Swinging harder does absolutely nothing for you if your power chain is broken. If you're not using your legs, your core, and the barrel the right way, you're just muscling the bat with your arms. Your upper body gets tight, and that slows your bat down. And that's why you're stuck. You see, power isn't about more effort. It's about better sequence. And if you're looking for a better sequence, there's actually 3 levers we have to pull. This will allow you to start hitting the ball harder and farther. So what I like to teach is called the power chain. And there's really 3 levers that we have to pull in order to hit the baseball as hard and as far as we possibly can. The first lever is ground force. This is the energy you create by driving into the ground. Think of this like you're trying to jump, but instead of leaving the ground, you transfer that force through the legs, through the hips, through the core, and into the swing. And to give you an example of this, look at Jace right here when he first started swinging. You can see how he rocks back, okay? You can see how he does a little coil, but he doesn't get into his legs as well as he possibly could. You can see how the numbers prove that. You can see here how he really loads into the ground, right? He's sitting into this back leg right here. All that weight is shifted on that back leg, creating that energy from the ground up. You see, once we got him to start loading into the ground, everything changed. Now, the next step is the torque accelerator. So I'll just put TA right here. To sum it up easily for you, this is basically the coil and uncoil. You see, torque is the twist. It's how you separate your hips from your shoulders. It's like wringing out a towel. The more you can coil your core and store that energy and then unravel, the more energy you can release. And you can see here before, see how once he starts to stride and then he starts to turn, he basically turns at the same time, but then you'll see here as he strides, right? And you can see how he coils his core. He's on that back leg. He's riding it. That front knee is turned inward. So you can see here as he starts to get his front foot down, you can see how his shoulders stay square. And then he starts to unravel. And now he's whipping that barrel through. And you can see how those numbers start to shoot up. And his dad gets excited about it. You see, once he learned how to stride while keeping his upper body loaded, that's when he started to feel real bat speed. The last step is the barrel launch. This is the final release. And it's not about swinging harder. It's about launching the barrel at the right time with precision. It's like throwing a punch. The power comes from your whole body. You're using your legs, you're using your core, you're using your hips, but the explosion happens at the end. And you can see here when he first started to swing, you can see how he just guided the barrel to the baseball, right? And this is another reason why his numbers were a little bit lower. But you can see here how once he's about to release the barrel, you can see how he whips the barrel to the ball, and that allows those numbers to shoot up. And here's the thing, when the power chain is firing, you have your ground force, your torque accelerator, and barrel launch. You're not swinging with effort, you're swinging with stored energy, and that is what unlocked 20 miles per hour for Jace. And the best part is he's only 10 years old and he's hitting the baseball as hard as 12 and 13-year-olds. So if you want to get results like this where you're hitting the ball harder and farther, what I advise you to do is go below and book a time with me and my team. What we'll do is we'll look over your swing and see what's missing in your power chain that's hindering you from hitting the ball harder. And then we'll figure out a plan so you can move forward and start driving the baseball. With that being said, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video.